Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to another week of Supercruise News. I am one of your hosts, Stephen Benedetti, and I am joined by the cunning, the brave and bold Bruce Garrido. How are we, Bruce?
Hi, Stephen. I'm really well, thanks. Glad to be on. It's been a while, actually, since we've enjoyed a stream together. So
It has. I don't even remember the last stream we did together.
yeah, it's been at least, well, what, 3 weeks, maybe a month? So
3 weeks.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
We've changed
Cunning.
so much.
Cunning is the word you use this
Well,
time. How I feel about that.
Cunning was obviously because you can be quite explosive and unnecessary situations, and the brave and the bold, I think, because of your Batman and Robin reference that we were discussing earlier on.
I'll take it. Cunning is not necessarily bad. It's just usually associated with nefarious things. I'll let you off this time.
Wasn't trying to do that. Hi everyone in the chat. How are you doing? How are you all? 07 to everybody. Thank you all for joining us on this lovely Tuesday for Supercruise News. And if you've not tuned in before, you have. We'll just run through what we're doing again today. Supercruise News. We sit and talk about any news that's in game or in the community for last week, and then we'd go on and play the game for about half an hour and just kind of try and answer questions and chat with you guys and chill because it's Tuesday. Used to be a Monday, that's why I used to go, it's Monday, let me chill. But no, Tuesday I like to chill. So that's what we're going to be doing. As you can tell, we are still working from home. Why is my guitar slanted? Oh, it's fell over. So we are working from home. So if there is any technical issues, please give us a wee bit of time. We'll do our best to get things working the best that we can. So are you excited today, Bruce?
I'm always excited for these streams, mate. Even more so when it's you and I, the old dream team, on the camera.
Team. The SB, which is we need to be called maybe the SBG or something, because then that's like our names together.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to suggest that maybe we should do it alphabetically for the initials, and the B should come first. But then I realised, well, actually, maybe that's not so good.
The B's go together. We don't want to be the BGSB.
Yeah, I suppose not.
We could be the BGS, and we're just in disguise. We could be like the next version, BGSB.
Yeah, I like it.
Just so you know, Stephen, your audio video is out of sync. I do apologise. I want only about half a second. I'm not sure what's happening there. But hopefully it'll be working if I fiddle about with it. But anyway, let's start off with what we start off with all the time. We'll start off with any news that is in the game. I've lost my configure window. I'm going to be out of sync for a while. Sorry, guys. Unless I can fix this. So let's start off with the news. Bruce, would you like to take us away?
Yeah, sure thing. So we've got a few things that we just wanted to touch on this afternoon, guys. So the first being the latest Odyssey-related Q&A post. If you haven't been reading these, you should. So on our forums in the news section, I think we've pinned all of them. So even the older ones, you'll be able to see right away. The latest covers first footfall. We know that was a hot topic for you guys and has been for a while now in terms of how that's going to work. So we answered a few of the questions there around the mechanics of first footfall in Odyssey. So things like, how it's going to be recorded, when it will be recorded, and that kind of thing. Looks like you've put a command in for that, Stephen. So !answers for our Twitch chat should take you right to it. Anyone who's watching on YouTube, head to the forums and it will be in the news and bulletins section.
Yeah, we've been releasing a lot of them the past couple of weeks, which is great. We expect to be releasing a couple more. We do that on Friday, so if you want any more. The second thing on the news is that this week's CG, we've got everybody getting mined minerals for the engineer Liz Ryder. She's aiming to build a Class 2 Seeker missile rack with thermal cascade. If you want to check out that, you can put an !CG, and we'll also talk about a wee bit more of that later on while we're actually doing the CG. And next one's for you, Bruce.
Yeah, so the next one is the latest Galnet article. Well, we've had a couple recently, haven't we? So I want to make sure I get this right. !Galnet should take you to, well, it should take you to our Galnet page, won't it? Rather than the specific article. Am I right in that, Stephen?
Should, but I just copied and pasted. so I'll take you to the most recent article, which was out today, I believe.
Cool. Yeah, so the latest one from today is regarding. Oh, I want to make sure I've got this right. Yeah, so Jupiter Rochester goes rogue from Core Dynamics! Galnet. I've already got that in the chat there. If you're on YouTube, it's community.elitedangerous.com to take you there. It'll give you some more insights into the latest development on the Jupiter Rochester story. So that's all to do with Core Dynamics and how that aspect of the storyline is developing.
Which is super exciting. But that's not the only thing that happened this week in Galnet, was it, Bruce?
No, it wasn't. So we also announced well, we didn't announce it. Sorry, there was an announcement on Galnet posted, basically warning newer players in particular, or any friends that experienced players might have who are newer to the game, maybe to be a little bit more questioning and careful. Cautious, definitely wary of players who might approach them in game, especially in sort of the early starter areas, asking them for any favors, let's say, that kind of thing, just to keep your wits about you.
Yes.
Like I say, exclamation mark Galnet will take you to the story, and you'll see that article there as well.
Yeah, if somebody offers you Levian Brandy in the back of their Type 9, don't go in unless you know them.
Yeah, quite right.
I've been holding on to that one for a while. So next we've got the community news, the community focus. So if you didn't watch on Saturday, I believe it was, or Sunday, I think it was Saturday, that is the Scarab Mastery Championship now finished. Congratulations to all the winners. So first place was Commander Osashis, so well done for that. Second place was Shea Blackwood. Oh, nice wee clap for that. And third place was Commander Skur. So well done. Well done to everybody who participated in that. I think it was 3-month-long Scarab Mastery Challenge. I do believe that now that has concluded. Zach and Osashis, Zach Hawken, the community manager here, are going to have to race it off. Zach was talking trash, saying he was the third best Scarab racer in the galaxy. So Osashis is going to put him in his place, I believe, in one of our Thursday night streams. So keep an eye on the forums for that.
Exactly right. Zach has talked a big game, but I think it's time to hold his feet to the fire. Although I hear that he did well the other week against the Thargoids when we had the AXI on. So
he did actually.
Yeah,
I did. I was quite impressed, and so the guys from the AXI. So I was the photographer. So I filmed the kind of battle, but no, he did. I was impressed, and it's not easy to impress me. You'll know that, Bruce.
That's true. Try as I might. All right, in our next community story then, the Odyssey Galactic Expedition is a community-led event by Commander Solus, for console players who will be waiting for Odyssey to arrive on console. It's a half circumnavigation of the galaxy, going straight up through Sag A to Beagle Point, and then down the right arm back to the bubble in time for the big release. They currently have over 250 commanders in their Discord server for the expedition, which includes 6 fleet carriers, 60 registered miners, 95 scouts, as well as 32 search and rescue pilots. So exclamation mark Odyssey.
Galactic Expedition. I forgot to not space it.
Yeah, no problem. Exclamation mark Odyssey Galactic Expedition with the longest command ever should take you to the page for all the information you need on that.
My brain wasn't working today. So yes, so this is a great thing, which is really exciting to see how our communities came together. Obviously we are it wasn't the most happiest announcement that we've had to put out. I don't know why words aren't more for me today about having to split the releases, but obviously our community is one of the best communities out there, and we have people coming together to do such a great event to try and keep console players doing something while Odyssey is out for PC. So that's amazing to see. So congratulations to that, and go check it out. I think the Moobot worked, even though it was the longest one that I've ever put in.
Excellent. Yeah, that's there in the Twitch chat. I've also just gone ahead and posted it for our YouTube commanders as well. So yeah, if you want to join that Discord, the invite link should be there.
Fan-dabby-dozy. So the next one is that for the past couple of weeks we've been showing off a kind of Reddit spotlight one. So this was from Commander Giz on Reddit, which you can check it out with exclamation mark Reddit. It's a really cool intro video, which was done in kind of an anime style. It was really well put together, so I thought that we would show it. So we'll just check that out right now.
I give my ideals, let's けしありとあらゆるものセットリー身に覚えのない運命に殺されかけたこともあったし死んだ目をして生きた時期それでも今日も生かされてるってことは What's going on まださやり残してんだろう修正のしようのない日々の中で What's going on 人とは違うと見た上で可能性のルーツを開くDreaming 一瞬逆走四角い空心の隙間埋める明けによるから抜けよう未来の解像度下げ僕らは目をそらしてはなりたいものなんてないと嘘ぶいた日々を I keep my ideas restless の人生愛も夢も変なほど簡単に気がついちゃうもんさ Come let's let not the never
Back to us. That was fantastic. So yeah, I know a lot of people are saying, well, what kind of stuff is that? Obviously, it's meant to be like an anime introduction, but the videos was cut so well together, and it was an absolutely great job. So we hope you enjoyed, and if you want to check that out, like I said, Reddit.
Yes, well done to Commander Geese. Some really creative use there of little clips from, say, various trailers and things that we've produced, but also some originals all mixed up there together. That looks fantastic.
Yeah. So next we're going to be moving on to our next segment that we do, which is the stellar screenshots. Bruce, would you like to explain what stellar screenshots are?
Yeah, sure. So for anyone who's new to the stream, welcome. You may have noticed that Elite Dangerous is a literal wallpaper generator machine. It looks fantastic, and there's just so many great scenes and moments and views that you can find spread throughout our one-to-one scale recreation of the galaxy, from the various ships and artificial things like Coriolis starports, all the way to sort of natural phenomena like the various bodies and planets and moons and notable stellar phenomena, all of that jazz. And as such, there are lots of in-game photographers, people who take screenshots of the game and present them to us and to each other and go, hey, doesn't this look fantastic? Every week we post stellar screenshot threads on our social posts and the forums, and we collect these and say, hey, here are the best, well, not the best, our favorites, I suppose is the right way to think about it. And anyone who does get featured on those threads, we reward with a unique paint job that you won't be able to get elsewhere, the exclusive sort of reverse shatter paint jobs for the Asp Explorer in 3 colors: lava, ice, and acid. So that's what stellar screenshots is. Obviously anyone can join in. Just post your screenshots to us on like I say, the forums, Twitter or Facebook on these threads.
Yeah, exactly. And we get to get some great shots, and then we share the winners here, which we do every week. So you might be featured in a live stream, which is awesome, just like Commander Beer Attack. Now, my only concern with this one is he attacking the beer or is the beer attacking him? You decide. But when it comes to the shot, I believe this is the undercarriage of a fleet carrier.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I like it. I like it. It kind of looks like a city upside down in a sense. But I do like this shot. It was a very good choice. So congratulations. You will be getting a paint job. And the next one is by very infamous Commander Burr. This is at a site, I believe. Do you know what site it is? I can't see the name anywhere.
No, I can't recognize it just by the layout, but very eerie. The sort of the green fog descending on the site.
Yeah,
well done to Commander Burr.
I always kind of like these shots as well because it gives you a kind of thought of something a bit more going on within these areas. When there's not, but it seems like there is. And the next one, we have That Innocent Guy. Now, I actually started looking for this, and I couldn't find out what this is actually called. Do you know, Bruce?
Oh, you're testing my knowledge now. I'm not sure just by just looking at it. Hopefully some very knowledgeable commanders in the chat will be able to tell us what we're looking at here.
So the Burpit said it was a Far God site in the bubble. Far God is also very interesting bit of lore if you're new to Elite Dangerous. So it's a Thargoid heart Is that what a Thargoid heart looks like?
That's
That
what
is that. I mean, it looks like one. It either looks like a Thargoid liver or a Thargoid heart. I think that's a Cyclops heart. So yeah, it ain't, says Susan Kasim. I mean, it's really cool. I knew it was Thargoid, but I couldn't find out exactly which one it was. So if you do know, please share that with the chat. But it's an awesome shot by that innocent guy. I wonder if he really is innocent. That's the question. Commander, this next one is by Commander Gavin Magnus, which is a very nice shot. I don't think I've seen a lot of Coriolis stations that are that rounded before.
No, I mean, I'm trying to remember the name of the shape of that station, but I haven't got it off the top of my head. But yeah, no, I like the way it's sort of placed there with the sun. Nice composition there. The way they've placed the two elements. It's almost like the station is kind of like an eyeball, like an artificial mechanical kind of eyeball, just looking at the I was about to call it the sun there, but the star.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, you could. I wouldn't get angry if you said sun. But it's Ocelios, says Panthole. I believe. Well, they believe Ocelia Station says Ransom Bot as well. This next shot is really nice by Commander Ivan Orekov. Hopefully I pronounced that okay. You can see that their fighter is reboarding the ship, which is just a really nice image.
Yes, it's very Tron.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. I was getting Tron vibes. Yeah, I do like this one. And the next shot we've got is by Commander Jake Bob, which I believe are they doing some mining? I think they're doing some mining. There's the limpets.
Yeah, it looks like it. They're lasering something off screen, but yeah, you can see the limpets there. So like you say, mining's probably a very good guess.
Yeah. I do like how they're kind of all different angles as well. See when the shot is not just the centre of the ship. I quite enjoy those shots as well. The next shot is Commander Ochan, where you can see their ship is going into a station, which again, another nice shot off in the distance. I mean, I feel like since we've started these, the photography ship, the I don't know, this quality has gone up quite high, which must make picking the winners really difficult.
Yeah, definitely. So many good screenshots coming in. Obviously, before we still had great screenshots, but I think, like you say, the competition has, how should I put it, has grown since we introduced the rewards. Funnily enough, the stakes have been raised, I think, a bit. So yeah, now we get some really fantastic entries like this one here.
Yeah, and they're always awesome to see, so thank you for sending them in. The next one we have here is Commander Ropan, which is either two, like, see the wee bits at the front, it looks like two wee ships, like, just holding each other's hands, or they've just had a pleasant boop. And
yeah, just a
in slow motion.
Gentle boop.
You like a wee boop, don't you? Don't you, Bruce? You
only now and then.
Only now and then, but it is an absolutely lovely shot. Well done, Commander Ropan. The next one we have here is from Commander Shorty, which is a lovely shot of the inside of a station. Now, I don't know about you, but that just makes me feel like I'm boosting towards something. So it doesn't actually look like it's standing still. It looks like we're actually about to go forward, which scares me a little bit. Inside the station is not a good idea to do that. I would not recommend it, but it looks a good shot.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a nice shot. I know what you mean with the mail slot sort of in the center. It's like you're about to head towards it as fast as you can, and obviously with the perspective sort of stretching out the landing pads on the sides there. That's because obviously it's interesting, this one, because it's obviously a 2D sort of image that we're looking at, but because it's of something that's what's the word, convex, right? From the inside, it's kind of stretched in a really cool perspective.
Yeah, no, I just didn't have no idea about that word, but yes, I will agree with you. It is. Do you know what I think? The only way I could see this getting done is flying in really fast, flipping over really quickly, and taking the image, which I hope they did do anyway, and didn't get blown up. But I really like that. The next shot we have here is from Commander Tucker Price, which is a nice. As I said, it's quite a simple shot, but I also really like the details that can come out in these as well. I like this one. So that is all of our Stellar Screenshots winners. So congratulations to everyone. There'll obviously be more next week. But yeah, I think today we're just going to jump back to Duo. Today we're just going to jump in and participate in the CG and do a little bit of mining. And while we're doing that, please ask any questions in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them, and stick around.
Sure thing. While we're here, I noticed earlier in the chat while we were showing the Stellar Screenshots, Commander Elite Week Kaizen asks us if we have any comment on the Dark Wheel initiative. He's been asking for, well, fairly regularly in our streams. I know we shouted it out now and then, but for anyone who doesn't know about it, well, there's two things to shout out here. So firstly, the Elite Week podcast, which occurs every Friday. You should tune into that, guys. It's a really good podcast, a nice show where for a couple hours he and his regulars discuss what's going on in Elite, so make sure to listen to that. And then more specifically, the Dark Wheel. If you join the Elite Week Discord, there's an initiative based there where lots of commanders are testing the effects of growing the Dark Wheel minor faction in game to see if that sort of triggers anything, and then what might happen if they achieve certain milestones. I think the latest that they're about to test, or actually are currently testing, is expansion towards and maybe even into the Sol system. So if you want to get involved in that, Elite Week is the place to check that out. In terms of our comment on it, yeah, we're very excited and keen to see this kind of thing, like players coming together to achieve something is always fantastic to watch. We're not going to go so far as to confirm or deny whether or not it may trigger any in-game events or the like.
That's the exciting thing. The universe is bold and there's unanswered questions out there, and it's your job as a commander to go out and find them.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump over into the game. Boom, wrong one. Boom, 2-1. I'm still getting used to the new system. But yes, so we are out. Where are we, Bruce? We're in Urubaya?
Yeah, we are in Urubaya, which commanders may recognize the name of as the home system of engineer Liz Ryder, who featured in a previous community goal where players helped fend off Imperial forces. If you participated in that CG and reached the top 75%, you would have been rewarded a double engineered, sorry, I'm getting corrected in the chat, Eurybia.
Eurybia. What my?
You'll have been rewarded a double engineered unique missile rack. This community goal is kind of building on that. So Liz Ryder is now offering to make those modules widely available, but to do so requires contributions from commanders, so that she has the resources. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, I think somebody's pointed out, Bruce, that you might be in the wrong system.
Yeah, it looks a bit like it, doesn't it? I wonder how far Eurybia is from here. Let's have a look.
Let's check that out.
Let's see.
But worst case scenario, I'm sure that you could jump into another account that is in Eurybia, but we'll switch to my screen to do that. Are you going to check the jump first?
Yeah, I'm going to have a look.
We'll
I don't want to have to do any jiggery pokery if I can do it legit. Let's see how much of a trip it really is.
Any bets from the chat? So are you trying to line up the station and that bauble? No, but I should now, shouldn't I? I think I could. Oh no, but the problem is it's way too close. And then if I try and angle that wrong, it's just because it's rotating, it's going to be very difficult. I think we should try though, because I've just realised that my bobblehead rotates as well. That's a fun feature that I never realised.
Oh, it rotates. It doesn't just bobble, you mean?
No, it doesn't just bobble. If I do this, it bobbles. But I never realised the Coriolis bobblehead actually spins.
Interesting.
It's quite cool.
I didn't know that either. That's a very nice touch. Yeah, now that you mention it, I'm seeing the same bobblehead on my ship. All right, so it is very close. It's 5 jumps away from me, so I reckon I may as well just do it. In the meantime, we can share some more details about the community goal. So I'm trying to find. Let me pull up me notes again.
Should we wing up just while we're here?
Yeah, ping me a wing request. In the meantime, so the resources that Liz is hoping you guys will deliver. I mean, in fairness, many of you have done already. I believe we're already in tier 3, going on tier 4. There would have to be a serious push between now and the end of the CG on Thursday to reach tier 5, but we'll see. The resources we're looking for are bromellite, lithium hydroxide, osmium, and samarium. The CG is counted as completed, so the module will become available, but the additional tiers will determine how much of a resource discount you get, essentially, for buying the module once it becomes available for the next 2 weeks after Friday. And the top 75% of contributors, as per usual, will get an extra, which in this case is receiving one of the modules free of charge for their contributions.
Awesome.
Something to bear in mind is that being a mining community goal, only materials that you mine yourself will count. So don't be buying them from other people's fleet carriers or wherever else and expecting to just cash in. You're gonna have to do the work. And so the location I'm heading to is in the Euribia system. And I'm dreading this because the name of the station's even harder to pronounce. It's Aurea Flerbel.
Aurea Flerbel.
And from there, I'll show you guys in a bit. But as per, you want to head to the missions board once you're in that station and select the community goal from there to sign up, and you'll see some more of the details. I think that just about covers it.
Yeah, I think that's good. So it's Euribia, says Sean Jackson.
Thank you, Sean Jackson.
People are also saying that the planet bobbleheads also rotate.
Nice.
So I mean, it's quite they're quite useful wee things.
Today I learned.
Elite Kai said, I would love an SRV CG. It's quite an interesting one. What kind of maybe we could do it with like collecting data from a landing station. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of an SRV CG, but I'd be keen to hear more specific ideas on what you would have us do.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. Draco Time says, are there gift drops today's stream? So I think I mean Twitch drops, and no, there's no Twitch drops on today's stream. We normally keep them for special kind of event streams. Mostly we'll do them on Thursdays. We don't have any to announce at the moment, but as soon as we do, we'll let everybody know on our social channels, and you'll get pinged with it. So you do know. Emmy Ruse says, I love Frontier. Thank you, Emmy. We love you too. Sean Jack says, you should hear me try to say some of the names well. I mean, you get to hear us do it all the time.
Phoenix to Fire Radio extends their sympathies as well, and says they understand it's not easy to read out system names and stations from now and then. I feel like the devs, especially for CGs, pick the most difficult. Yeah.
just to kind of shove it in our faces. So then you've got so again, there's Ostrich saying that now Horizon's been bundled with the game. It'd be great to get some planetary based CGs. We'll definitely feed that back. It's quite interesting comments there as well. And Edelweiss says Uruguay is pronounced Euribia. I can always have a beer.
Darthmac has a question saying, are there plans to compensate in quotation marks console players for the disadvantage from the delay of Odyssey? That's what we'll keep you posted on. I'm going to read into the question a little bit and see if I can guess what you're hinting at. I think from the way I read it, it sounds like you mean we'll have missed out on particular resources and activities that are specific to Odyssey in comparison or relative to players who've had it for longer. I don't know if we have plans to compensate things like that. I don't expect we would, give you Odyssey exclusive items, materials, or whatever, or equipment, that kind of thing. However, what we are thinking about at the moment and trying to explore is the idea of giving you guys more content and things to do in the meantime, so that you don't feel like while all the focus is on Odyssey, you don't have so much to do. Obviously, we have the ongoing CGs and events and that kind of thing all lined up already. But in addition to that, we are working behind the scenes to have a think. Arthur and I alluded to this the other week, actually. So I think the word Arthur used was like sinister or something like that. We do have
Sinister.
some dark plans in mind, so stay tuned for that.
The Wintermute says Edelweiss is it not? You owe me a beer. Good try. Good try. So there's a lot of questions about Odyssey, like when is the day? Can we finally set routes and everything else? Everything that we've announced on Odyssey is all we can announce at the moment. We obviously will be announcing more as time goes on. So please stay tuned for any announcements on our social channels. Sly Cooper 1415 says, I love Stephen's accent. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate that. Some people find it harsh or think I mumble. I am just Scottish. We've got Red Craig says Horizons isn't bundled with my version. I still can't land after 3 weeks. Well, what you could do is if you go to customer support, which is our Frontier customer support, and raise your complaint there, they'll have a look into that for you. Hopefully I don't fly into this station while I'm typing this. Yeah, just send them what your issue is and the team will look into it for you. Again, Horizons is not only broken for PS4 and PC2. If you are having any issues, please head over to our issue tracker. It is the best way for our team to be aware of any issues that you're having in game. Let me just add the link and fire that in here too. There we go. The Morlock123 says it's worse than being Scottish. He's from Glasgow. Yes, I am from Glasgow, which is not the easiest accent. I am not a northerner with a lovely kind of singy song to my accent. I'm not a rough Scottish person like you see depicted in a lot of your dwarves and stuff and a lot of fantasy things. I am gritty Glaswegian who uses the word how as in why. Stephen, are you like William Wallace around FDev office? I do shout on Friday freedom and run to the pub, but other than that,
just realized I was flying to the wrong place, so we have more time to chat. With you guys in the chat, so I've seen some comments I wanted to reply to actually. Yeah, as I head to the right location, Aurea Flurble. Yeah, so Kaizen asked for updates on any more dev diaries or the like. We don't have specific dates to announce, but we do have more of those kinds of things planned. It's safe to say that we have one slated for towards the end of this month and the following month, obviously with Odyssey launch being so close. Well, at least the alpha launch being so close, there's only so much time for us to share what we have left to share with you guys. So that's kind of safe to assume that there will be some more content on that coming reasonably soon.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the way that I've put my trail, it looks like the smoke is coming off at the station. This is a PG stream. That is Osric. Flying the wrong place never happens, says Wismac. It's very difficult to stream, play, and make sure your laptop doesn't blow up all at the same time. It's very difficult. So we have Lure Day saying, many thanks to Frontier Developments for having me on the same franchise for almost 30 years, making dreams come true. Well, we will definitely pass your thanks along to the team that work hard on doing this.
30 years, wow, that's incredible. I mean, there are so few games franchises where that can even be the case, you know. As someone who works sort of on Elite Dangerous and is on sort of the other end of that, so to speak, it's, I don't want to be too mushy about it, but frankly it's an honor. It's quite an amazing thing to be a part of and have players who've enjoyed the game and the franchise for so long and being that dedicated and a part of the community. That's just fantastic to see.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a question saying, I don't mean any offense by it, don't worry, Ricky Bliss. Why does this game have so many community managers? Well, it's kind of an easy but difficult question. So like basically Arthur is a lead community manager, so he jumps onto the streams, but he does a lot of the top end stuff. And then you've got Bruce, Paul, and Zach and myself. We work on community because it is a live service game, so there's a lot of moving parts and spinning plates. So for instance, Paul Crowther, if you've watched the shows before, he's not always on stream, but he's doing a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. Bruce and Zach and myself work on other things as well as that stuff. So we all have our kind of wheelhouse and area of expertise where we try and work on. And there's just a lot to Elite. But not only that, we're community managers for Frontier, so we do work on all our titles. For instance, Bruce worked recently on the Struggling game that came out from the Chasing Rats. I was about to say the Fuel Rats.
The Fuel Rats.
The Fuel Rats from Chasing Rats. So we do work on all our projects, but we all at this time call Elite Dangerous our home. And also exactly what Nim Duskrin said, we need people to wind up Arthur, because there's no fun with him, not being wound up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, besides the fact Elite is a live service game and is, well, frankly, a huge game with so much going on, there are lots of elements that you guys maybe don't see that are happening behind the scenes, sort of Stephen has alluded to just now. Obviously, there's the social channels, the streams, and that kind of thing, which are quite public facing. But then there's all the work that goes into working with, say, the dev team and the writers for the narrative stuff and the community goals stuff, for example, and all sorts of things, like even from channeling feedback from you guys to even having input on design and that sort of thing. We represent you guys and your thoughts and opinions in lots of ways that aren't necessarily forward facing. So there is perhaps more to it than meets the eye.
I've pinged you a wee pal request.
A wee pal? Oh no, I'm trespassing. I've broken into the. During my soliloquy, I was just strolling onto the station without permission. Hang on, let me.
I want to have a look.
Answer your wing request, and then. No, I think I've backed off just in time. Blimey, this multitasking stuff is...
It's so difficult, right? We've got a question from N Bundant saying, can the squadrons that own their own system get their own decals and colours and stuff like that? This is a request we're getting quite a lot, actually. So decals are normally, we've done them in the past for special events or certain things, but now at this point, it actually takes a lot of work to put a decal into the game. You've got to think about it, it's not just an image. This image has to fit certain areas, it has to go in the right way, it then has to be put into the game, and putting things into the game is not the easiest thing to do. So it takes a bit longer time and effort and manpower that we just don't have at the moment. Obviously with Odyssey being the main focus. Now that doesn't mean that we're not going to do decals ever again. It just means at the moment in time we're not offering it. If this does change, however, we will let you know. We'll definitely announce that we'll be doing decals for bespoke things. We might do it for a competition. We might do it just for a reward for something. But we will definitely let you know when that happens. Or have you thought about dedicating a community manager to console players, or will crossplay eventually render that relevant? No, we're community managers. I, for instance, I play most games on my Xbox. Bruce plays on his PC. We work on both things. We work towards Xbox, PlayStation, and PC commanders. So there is no preferences or anything out of either.
Yeah.
Did you pick up the CG? I've not picked it up, should I?
No. So this is what I would like to demonstrate. I've just made sure I don't have any bounties active. But so.
Hold on. If you're demonstrating, let me full screen you.
Okay. I mean, it's a small thing, but hopefully you guys can see. So I've arrived at Flurble.
Yep.
And once you're there, in Urimbibia, you head over to their mission board, and as you would for a normal CG, you head to the top on the left hand side here and select the community goal. You'll see that there's one active, as well as the current progress, like you can see there. I was about to point to it on my screen, but that's no good for you guys. Maybe you can make out the line sort of marking where tier 4 is. It might be a little bit small, but we're some way there. And from here, there's all the deets that you want, as well as the rewards. And I'm just going to hit sign up. Now that we've done that, we should be able to cash in.
Nice.
All right. I'm not going to hang about here too much because I appreciate we've already been on for a little while, and we'll want to wrap things up in a short while. But let's get out there and do some mining and hopefully bring some goodies back to cash in for the CG.
Yeah.
So I've done a little bit of homework in advance and found a planet that has bromellite in system,
Where is it?
which we can mine. So this is Eurobia 3. I did a little scan on the rings and found a couple of bromellite hotspots. So that's where we're going to go. Pick some of those up and bring them back. Hopefully, quite a short trip.
Nice.
I think a few people might have cottoned on to the same thing, given the vast number of fleet carriers that are in system as well at the minute. So that's where we're going to head.
Hey, buddy.
People saying don't forget my limpets. I think I picked some up in advance because I'm a pro like that. But thank you for looking out. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Ciao, just Gianna.
Ciao, Bello.
Bello. Did you say Bello or Bello?
I'll call you Bello if you like, mate. I mean, whatever.
Bello. Where are you going?
I'm
Three?
heading to Euribia 3.
Oh, sorry. I was being too funny with the bands. I think I've got it.
I'll take a look on the system map. There's all the fleet carriers. But yeah, this is the one we're headed to. So Euribia 3. Gas giant.
The English gent says if you can guarantee that there'll eventually be a Panther Clipper, then I will be content with Odyssey delay. We have no news on the Panther Clipper, and we can't guarantee anything, sadly, at this moment.
Yeah. People talking about. Sorry, mate.
No, on you go.
Well, I'll cover what you were about to say, which I think is FCs really need to be a toggle on the system map. Lol. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Obviously, you can filter them out of the navigation panel, but in terms of the system map, yeah, it might be useful to have a toggle to hide fleet carriers, especially in busy systems. That's a reasonable suggestion. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, Twitch drops. So I've seen them mentioned a couple times. We do have plans for Twitch drops. They are going to come back relatively soon. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, we do have some big moments coming up, especially around Odyssey information. You can expect Twitch drops to return sort of in sort of the following, well, the coming weeks. That's for sure.
Yeah. So James Smith forgot their limpets. Never forget your limpets.
I offer my sincerest F.
F in the chat. F in the chat for forgetting your limpets. Yeah. So
Jude is in the chat. Hello, welcome. I saw your recent video on Reddit, drawing / painting the ship sort of flying towards the star. That was really beautiful. Nice work. Anyone who hasn't checked out Beetlejude's work before, please do. It's fantastic.
yeah. Where is this? Sorry, somebody mentioned in the chat. So we've got Rainer 1989 saying, Bruce, are you using a HOTAS?
No, I'm using a Xbox controller on my PC. That's my go-to. I started out on keyboard, found that a bit what's the word? It didn't really hit my immersion requirements, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, HOTAS is like the full whack if you want immersion, and I appreciate keyboard is perhaps a bit finer tuned and more precise for certain things. But I think console kind of hits the right spot for me. It feels video gamey enough, comfortable.
Yeah.
But also slightly more realistic. So that's where I sit on the control sort of debate.
Yeah. Right, so I'm at Eurobri 3. Where are we going?
Great. So given that you're already there, make sure you've got a wing beacon on, and I'll be able to jump in on your spot. I think just pick a bromellite hotspot. When you get there, the rings, I think I pre-scanned on your
Oh, you have, but that's the
your
wrong...
account.
I'll need to slow down because... right, hold on. Hotspots. Bromellite. Void Opal. Got one. Right.
You got one. All right. So if your
Yeah.
wing beacon's on, I should be able to navlock to you. I
Wait
think
till I
I think
land.
I can do this without actually having scanned it myself, but I'm going to do that anyway, just to show people what that's like. So once you've got a detailed surface scanner and you're in Supercruise and at an appropriate speed and distance to the rings you would like to scan, or planets, as the case may be, not Discovery Scanner. What am I saying? Detailed surface scanner. Have I got that on the fire group? I want. I do not. Make sure you've got it on a fire group. It's the first thing. Once you have, it looks something like this. So you sort of aim it to make sure that you're going to hit the ring. Watch me miss the ring now. And once it hits, you'll have scanned the whole ring in one go. Obviously, planets usually take a few probes to complete, and it will show you all of the hotspots in the ring. Obviously, we're looking for bromellite this time, just to pick some of that up for the CG. Did that hit the planet? Did I actually miss, even though it said ring? I'm just going to fire a bunch of them. I'm not worried about the efficiency.
Are you not good at the aim?
There we go. I'm awesome at this usually, but I'm at a weird angle. I'm trying to hit the ring, and it's done. I'm done with this. All right.
My spot didn't jump me out in time, so I think I might have been going too fast.
Okay.
There you go. That'll do. I'm here now. I'm here now. I don't know what happened. It never gave me the option to jump out, and it was like going smaller and smaller. There we go.
All right. I'm gonna try and join you then.
Okie dokie. Nice. Miss Little you have. Yeah, just a wee bit. And okay, nice.
Okay, so your nav beacon has pulled me into hopefully into your instance with the rocks. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna prospect some rocks and crack them. Well, I'm not gonna crack them open today. Actually, we're just laser mining, so we're gonna skim them off the top and collect some bromellite. So
I've just sent one to the closest rock that I have, and it'll tell me.
Cool.
I've got.
Nice thing is being winged up. I think we can both see the results of the same. So it's a little bit of bromellite there. I'm trying to remember what kind of percentages should we go for, chat. I don't know exactly what a good yield is for bromellite. It's not one I've really mined much in the past.
Yeah.
How much are we looking for? Because I know for low temperature diamonds, I'd be happy with like 25-30%, but for bromellite, we're probably looking for a bit more, I would expect.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do another one to any rocks
I'm going to fire a couple off. Got a 10%. Okay, people in the chat saying sort of 20 to 25% is reasonable.
Bromellite 4.3. It's not really great here.
No hits yet. So we're just going to go around and have a look. People saying anything above 20. All right. That's what we'll go for then.
There was a ship that flew by there, and it kind of looked like a fish. Just me.
You kind of look like a fish.
Bromellite 12.36. That's the highest I've really seen so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen better than that yet. But
I'll keep my eye on this one and see if you can find another one.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Might have to take what we can get if we dropped out in an unlucky spot.
Got him.
Sorry for saying you look like a fish just now. I don't know where that came from, mate. It's not true.
It's all right.
It seemed appropriate at the time.
Listen, mate. You get your bants can be your bants. I won't take it to her.
All right, I've got 15.2. I'm gonna take it, I reckon, because that's the best I've got so far. We might find better after this rock, but time to get mining. So
no, I think 15.2 is good. Let me come over to you.
Cargo scoop down. And once we get in range, it's basically point and shoot with the old mining lasers. Today, we're in the Python, rocking. Both of us are rocking Osiris paint jobs. Mine is the blue and white version. No, sorry, mine's the black and gold version. Whereas Steven's rocking, I think, the white and blue. Although it's a bit dark, so we might not see it very well. There he is coming in. Yeah, mostly engineered, not fully. We're running two 2D mining lasers and two 1Ds, so we should drill through this pretty quick.
Yeah. I ended up accidentally hitting boost because that's what you do when you're trying to do two things at once.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. Nice reminder in the chat. Thank you for that. Saying pips to weapons. You want to do that to make sure that you don't run out of energy.
Yeah.
And then life's a good one. I've made the mistake of not putting my collector limpets on the same fire.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do that now. That's a useful thing to do. So it means that you're constantly firing collector limpets as you need them. All with one handy button.
Yeah. Which one is that one? Is that on this one? But yep. So we'll put them on mine laser.
All right. Well, I've burned through that rock pretty quick. We're going to have to find another one already.
Oh, I just got set up.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll find more. There's plenty of rocks in the sky, mate.
We'll
We'll find one.
I want to just see if there's one next to us. Let's see if this one gets to us. There we go. A wee prospector there will do.
Right. I'm just going to check. We're not picking up anything that we don't want at the minute. I think it's pure bromellite from this rock. Oh, okay. Well, there are some other things. I've removed tin from my list, although I actually probably shouldn't. That's just a material, right? So it won't actually take up space. Same goes for sulfur. But anything that you don't actually want, say other minerals, you can add to your ignore list in your contacts so that your limpets won't target those and pick them up. Yeah. Like I say, for materials, it doesn't actually make sense to have them on your ignore list because you probably want those anyway.
Oh, I put them all in the ignore list. I only want bromellite. That's what I'm here for.
Stephen ain't about that.
Nah, I'm going straight for the bromellite. Just going to keep firing.
Something I didn't learn until quite late into my mining career was that if you target any of the rocks that you break off, the limpet will pick that up and then cease to exist. It sort of just gives up after that. It's like, okay, I've picked up my target, and then it drops off. Whereas if you don't and you just let them do their thing, they'll continuously pick up each piece that breaks off. So try not to target anything, even if you know it's tempting. Just let them do their thing.
Yeah. People are upset that I've put tin and stuff into my ignore list, so I'll bring it back. He was just not happy about it. That's fine. It's fine. Have you found anything, Bruce?
I've got a 13%er.
I think that's my old one that you made me leave before you.
Oh, you got to be quick, mate. It's disappearing. I'm shredding it with these mining lasers.
I think you're too far. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, tell you what.
I've got a 13. Hold on.
I'm sad to say it, but maybe we should go our separate ways for this one and just see what we can
collect.
Pick up. Yeah. And when you're ready, we'll bring it home. By which I mean Eurybia. KCG asks how closely we track game stats. They want to know how many limpets have been used since the game was released. I mean, the answer to that question is we track lots of stuff. It would be interesting to pull a load of interesting stats and just post them every, I don't know, maybe every quarter or something like that. That would be nice to see. In terms of limpets used, I don't know if we track that specifically. So most of the things we track are things that will have been put in there specifically to track for a purpose that's actually, useful data in terms of game development. I think it's slightly less common for things to be put in just for curiosity, but we can always ask for that kind of thing. And obviously then the data will only go as far back as the actual tracking was implemented. But yeah, that's a potential for sure.
There's been a few places that there's been a few times that we have announced it. Oh, I've got bromellite. Nice.
Yeah, so for like the big annual stream, we did like a game data thing. Was it this year or the year before? There was
the year before,
where there was a bunch of game stats. So yeah, it'd be nice to release those maybe a bit more regularly if we can find some interesting ones. Right, too. I'm actually going to put my Prospector limpet on 2 for this one. I just need the one fire group really now that I'm done with the surface scan.
Yeah.
Keep it nice and simple. I'm
just trying to collect as much as I can. There's only an 8%, but there's a couple of rocks that just don't have it at all, so I'm just going for it. There's not a lot left. Oh, why am I flying away?
Actually, I didn't check what that one was. Did anyone see?
Oh, I'm on top of an asteroid. Oops.
15%. I'll take it.
Mm.
11. No good.
Nah, I've got like an 8.65, but I'm just collecting as much as I can.
Tomcat says they just got back and now we're mining. Yes, that is correct. That is exactly the case. We're mining to collect some bromellite for the ongoing community goal.
Yeah. Let's just let's find what we can. I've got some bromellite refined, which is good. It's looking well.
Good.
Deep rock dangerous. Oh, we had a song to put on, didn't we, while we were...
Yes, thank you so much for reminding me.
Totally forgot.
So we played this actually a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, the sound levels weren't really adjusted beforehand, and we possibly deafened some of the audience that week, which was a shame because maybe it meant that the music wasn't quite as appreciated or showcased as it could have been. But this is a track from Commander Saturn V Rocket 05 called Serenity, and they put this together for us. The name may be familiar to people in the audience, but if not, it was one of our competition winners from way back when the fleet carrier competition took place. But no, it's a really nice track, and I'd love to be able to play it again for you guys. Well, Stephen's about to put it on, and we'll do a bit of mining to that just so you can have a listen.
Yeah. Let me know if it's too quiet or if it's too loud in the chat. I can't hear it, unfortunately. It's quite soothing. Can we make it a bit louder? Of course we can. Let me know if that's okay.
People in the chat saying it'd be more efficient to mine with the same rock each time to get quite as much from the same one. Yeah, maybe it would. We're just having a bit of fun before the end of the stream here. Not necessarily going for, you'll notice we're in Pythons today rather than maxed out mining cutters, for example. Just really trying to give a flavour for how you might contribute to the CG rather than this is the max efficient. Yeah.
But I think it's as well, we're going to see who has the most at the end. Yeah.
True, we made a little competition out of it.
We don't compete, we don't always compete, but it's most of the time we do. Oh, the cat heaters now over the music. We'll try and be a wee bit quieter. Okay, so that's the song now done. Just so we can talk again, because people couldn't hear us. We were drowned out a wee bit, but we wanted you to listen to the music while we did a little bit of mining and chill.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that, Commander Saturn V Rocket 05.
Both players are no minors. No.
Well, you say that, Saltok, but I bought a fleet carrier from mining, so
Yeah.
like I was saying while I was drowned out by the music, Stephen and I are just doing this for a bit of fun today and show how you might contribute to the CG. It's more of that. You'll notice we're in Pythons, as I was saying, rather than say maxed out cutters or anything like that. It's more of a, here's how you might do it, and have a bit of fun, rather than this is the max efficiency method, not a second wasted. It's not that kind of stream today.
Yeah, exactly. And we are here to every Tuesday to have fun and play some Elite Dangerous. Sometimes we do some fun things, sometimes we do some silly things, and sometimes we do the wrong thing quite a lot actually. But it's all about coming on and just chilling with you guys and chatting away. So how are we looking, Bruce?
Pretty good, mate. Do you want to head back and cash in and wrap things up?
Yeah. Hold on, I've got depleted. All right. Let's get going.
All right, let's head back to Flurble Station.
I need to collect my limpets first. Some of my limpets are chasing it after me. Oh no, I think I fired it more by accident.
Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure limpets is something that we do track. Thinking about it, I swear that was one of the stats that we did include in last year's thing.
It was. We
So right. I'm sure we could get an update on that number now that I think about it. Sorry, I can't remember who asked in chat, but yeah, that should be available.
Yes, the number is quite a lot, but that was from
at least
2
5
years ago. At least 5. At least 5.
All right, I'm going to race you back to Aurea Flurble.
That's not fair. I wasn't ready. You've already started.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'll tell you when I'm ready. Hold on. The only other problem is I'm at the other side of the asteroid field. Hold on.
Excuses.
I'll tell you when I hit that button. I'll tell you. I'm not going to cheat it. Is it first to land?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I'm still mass locked. Still mass locked. Still mass. I'll get there eventually, and I will let you know.
Sure.
Right,
Sure.
We're getting there. There's no problems here. I can see where you are. You're quite ahead of me. I should probably just go up.
Yeah, if you go straight up, you'll escape the mass lock. I think it's the asteroids holding us in place at the minute.
Yeah. And plus, you're in Supercruise already.
No, I wasn't. It's Onyx in the chat has just snitched on me, so
Yeah. So
I did leave Supercruise totally on purpose.
We don't care about cheaters here, Bruce. As long as you win.
Oh, I see. Well, now you've entered Supercruise first now, so now there's no excuse.
That's what I said.
No excuse.
I've got no problems with you cheating. That wasn't me.
All right, it's on.
Cheating is fine. Like it's winning that matters.
Well, we'll see if cheaters prosper this time or not. Although it's backfired slightly now because I'm a bit behind, but we'll see.
Only a little bit. I'm sure you could outdo me.
Yeah, well, it's gonna have to be a quick landing, so we'll see.
It's telling me to slow down. That's a worry.
Definitely should slow all the way down.
I can't even look at your screen anymore and find out what gauge you're on. Who will do the lip of shame? I'm gonna guess me. Probably me. Waits for the lip of shame. Yep, wait for the lip of shame. It's on the way. Don't forget to request permission this time, Bruce. Says game then grave. Where it all came from.
Nim says if I had an interdiction module, that would be a good way to. It would. I wish I did. Unfortunately, this mining ship is not outfitted with one.
We should have just like a secret one next time. We should do that with Arth. Like say like go in this big place.
Yeah, I love
just keep pulling them out, and he'll have no idea, and you'll be like, Who's interdicted you?
I love it.
We should plan that. I think everybody here should plan that. Right. I'm getting closer. I think I'm.
Okay. I'm gaining on you at the minute, which means you've slowed down. I don't know if you slowed down earlier, if I'm not slowing down early enough.
I had to slow down earlier.
Oh, I did switch the target to the star. Thank you for the spot, whoever mentioned that just now. I'm getting assistance from the chat.
Oh, that's cheating. We're all right. We're okay with that.
All right. I think I'm okay going. It's already slowing down. Where are you? Oh, okay. You're a little bit lower than I am, so I might cut you off.
Oh, we'll see. Okay. I think I'm definitely
Wait, what's
too
what's
fast.
happened there?
I had to go to the loop of shame. It didn't slow me down enough.
Oh, I've just been booted out of Supercruise. I'm not sure why. Maybe I finger slipped. Not sure.
I've done the loop of shame. I've done the loop of shame, so it's
Okay.
all right.
I've got a chance to catch up then.
I don't know how that happened. I was doing fine. It was at 7, and then all of a sudden it just went nah. Right.
All right, I might be able to take advantage here then.
I think I'm going to end up behind it. Right. I was 7. I was at 7, and I was perfect.
See, I usually do 8. I'm usually at 8 seconds.
Oh no, I'm near the planet. It's going to slow me down. As if it's got a strong gravity. Come on.
Oh no.
How are you looking, Bruce?
I'm 2 light seconds away.
You've got to be kidding me. I think you're going to beat me. Which sucks. Come on. Oh, I've got pulled in by the gravity. It's totally slowed me down.
You stuck in a gravity well.
Yeah. Come on.
Good.
I think you're going to beat me.
Okay, I'm approaching. Oh yeah, blimey! I can feel the pull of the planet.
I have slowed down. How is it so difficult, like, to do this? I've done this so many times.
Yeah, I think I got slingshotted a little bit by the planet. It must have quite the pull on it.
Yeah. Right, I'm here.
You jumped out already?
Yeah.
Oh no, that could be the kiss of death for me then. I think I've got here just a bit too late.
And now it's all about getting in.
Oh, no.
Somebody's got a question for you in the chat, Bruce.
Oh, I. Oh, I.
Oh, aye. Oh, look at that. Right.
Are you in?
Landing pad, I'm in.
Oh
Landing
no.
pad 15.
Oh, I think he's gone and done it.
I think I'm literally have done this for every time that I have messed up one of these, or every race that I have failed recently. Did everybody see that? That was some prime. This is what it tells me I'm not in landing pad 15.
Oh, I've zoomed into the station, but I don't know where pad 11 is. Oh, I was going in really fast there.
Oh,
Where is
I'm
it?
sorry, mate. That's me. Job's a good one.
Oh no, that's so disappointing. I literally went through the slot at like, I don't know what I was at, 200, 300, just trying to race in, but
Mate, it was close.
No dice.
Well, you might win the next one. How much bromellite have you got?
Yeah, that's the next test, right? So we'll see what our hauls were for the day.
I gotta say, that was impressive landing. Ram Stevens says bait.
Right. Touchdown. Okay. Phoenix Defy coming in with the handy tip saying I should have used the compass to find the landing pad. Yeah, that's good advice. I normally just look for the number, but
Right, what's the bromellite number?
right, let's check the score then. So I've brought in a healthy 14 tons of bromellite today.
I've got 7.
7. All right. Well,
Well, that's a 1-all. It's a 1-all from us there. Do you want to show people how to hand it in there, Bruce?
yeah, sure thing. So we're going to cash in. So, obviously this is the mission board that we showed earlier. I don't reckon we're going to make it into any of the higher brackets, but we should have at least enough to reach the minimum contribution. Right. In terms of handing it in, trying to remember the right place for this. One sec. Someone asking in the chat, how did I get all of that money?
Yeah, so these are not our personal accounts. These are our dev accounts. So we sometimes put additional funds in them, or additional ships or modules that we may not have achieved in game to show off things, to update things, and to kind of share different things that we've done or we can do.
That's right. So people are saying, rather than, it's not you're handing it in specifically at the location of the. Thanks for reminding me of this, chat. You're not selling it specifically to a contact or the mission board CG area. You're actually selling it to the station itself. So it's delivery to the station, which you'll do through the commodity market as usual. So you head over to sell in this screen. You'll want to find your bromolite or whichever material you gathered. And let it go.
Let it go. There we are. Sold, signed, sealed, delivered, and that will be us for today.
Yeah, I reckon that's a wrap. Anything else to share at this moment in time, Stephen?
No, I think that's really good. Just a reminder to everybody that we will be back with a Thursday night stream at 7 p.m. UTC on our Twitch and YouTube channels if you want to join in. But other than that, that's it from me, Steve Benedetti, and from Bruce Carredo. You want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for having me on, Stephen, and thank you all for joining us. Please bear with us. We're actually going to go to a thank you for watching screen and try and find one of our beautiful content creators to raid on Twitch. So stick around if you're up for a bit of that. In the meantime, we'll catch you later this week on Thursday for the usual Thursday evening streams. 07 Commanders, have a wonderful week until then. Bye-bye.
07.